Oh, hey, everybody, how are you? I am so excited to tell you about the visit that I had with my friend Bill. Bill teaches at the University of Mount Olive, and we got to sit down and talk about what it means to be a musician and all the exciting things he's gotten to do and why it's so much fun to be a music teacher. So I hope you enjoy my conversation with Bill. Bye. Good morning, everybody. It's Miss Lauren, and I'm here with a friend of mine named Bill who teaches at the University of Mount Olive. Hello, Bill.
Hello.
How are you today?
It is a good day.
It is a good day. Oh, I love it. Bill teaches in the music department at UMO. I do too, so we get to work together a little bit. So I thought I'd ask him some questions. Bill, do you remember like the first time you made music, or like one of your early musical memories?
Well, yeah, the early musical memory I have, first of all, is that I started playing music in the public schools. Okay?
Yeah.
It was sixth grade.
Yeah.
Sixth grade, they had band night, and I went with my dad, you know, to the music company had all these instruments to rent, and I picked the saxophone because I liked the way it looked.
Oh, okay.
And so I picked the saxophone and said, I want to play the saxophone. And the funny part about this, years later, after I had graduated with my DMA in saxophone,
DMA,
Doctor of Musical Arts,
there you go.
you know, in saxophone, my mother shared this story with me.
Uh-oh.
And she shared the story of way back when I started off, and the night that the music company had the rental night. She told my dad that it's okay that you go to that thing that night, it's okay, but don't you dare come home with anything.
Oh no! Dad broke the rules? Is that what we're saying?
And so then I came home with a saxophone.
Oh no!
And the rest is history. I've been playing it ever since.
Mom doesn't regret it.
No, not at all. Not at all. She loves the fact that and in fact, I have 4 brothers. I'm number 2. Yeah. And all of the brothers after me, they too also joined the band and played some kind of band instrument after that. And my oldest brother, actually, he played guitar.
Cool.
So
you could have had a band at home.
And we did. And then our gatherings for Christmas and for Thanksgiving, our cousins would come and they played in the band, and so we would have a little concert for Christmas songs. And
so
stuff.
You've been a musician for a long time, since 6th grade. That's not what I said. But since 6th grade, that's a while ago. So what made you decide you wanted to do this for your job?
Well, again, that was like in high school, and all the counselors in high school at that time, I think they were checking off boxes. They had to talk to all the seniors and say, are you going to school next year? What are you doing next year? What is this? What is that? And sometime in high school, I remember thinking about, it was in band rehearsal. And I just was thinking to myself, you know what? I can do that. You know, it was just one of those things that you're thinking about, what are you going to do in the future? What kind of jobs or what kind of things you want to be interested in? And it just came to me and says, you know, I could be the band director. I can do that. I just knew that I could do that.
What's your favorite thing about teaching?
I love to teach because you look at your students in their eyes and you're talking about something, and all of a sudden you just see the light bulb come on.
Oh, yeah.
You just see that moment of like, they go, aha. It doesn't always happen. It doesn't always happen as soon as you want it to. But when it happens, it's like, just fills you up.
Do you know that feeling when you understand something in class and you get it and you feel real good about it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome.
Mm-hmm.
What advice would you have for somebody who, like one of the people watching us today, if they say, you know what, I think I want to be a musician? I
would encourage everybody to study music, to play music. Maybe study's not the right word, but to get involved with music, because you never know. getting back to the first thing that I said, you know, my mom told my dad, don't you dare bring back an instrument. And I've been doing that ever since, because you just don't know what is going to excite you, because you need to be excited about something so that every day you get up and go to work, you're excited about something, and that's going to help you just be a better individual, better person in society. But as far as, you know, if I was a young person again in elementary school, I would not wait till 6th grade. I mean, if I knew back then, you can start taking piano lessons real early. And piano is the best thing for any musician. Even though, you know, you take piano lessons, you go like, this isn't for me, but you're learning a lot of things about music and about reading. You know, you're learning another language here as far as reading those dots and things like that. And then, you know, then when your opportunity comes, whether it's violin, flute, trumpet, whatever, take advantage. There's nothing wrong with the voice. We got a voice person here. But there's nothing wrong with that. And here's the advantage, I think, that happened to me when I first started, that again set me up for success for all these years afterwards. Because I remember my dad telling me, if I'm going to be buying that instrument, you're going to take lessons. Lessons are what happens. That's how you learn whatever, whether it's piano, voice, flute, saxophone, or whatever. Take lessons. Lessons is how music is taught from one person to the next. It's been this way since day one. It has never changed. Because if there's been a better way to teach music, it would have happened by now.
We would have figured it out.
And there isn't, because that is the best way. And again, so I just encourage you, take piano lessons, take a voice lesson, and get involved, because it's exciting and it's fun, and I know it works for me.
How many instruments do you play?
I play the woodwind. My bachelor's degree is music education. My master's degree is music education, and primarily a band director. So I can play all the band instruments, most of them poorly, but I can still play them. But I play woodwind instruments. Saxophone, of course, is my best instrument. Flute is just shortly right behind that, then clarinet. I play bassoon. The only woodwind instrument I haven't played in 40 years is the oboe.
Really?
And I've never had the opportunity to, because I don't have one. And then whenever I get an oboe part to play, I can play it on soprano sax, clarinet, or flute, whatever I have. But
would you like to play a little bit for us? Because maybe we don't all know what a saxophone sounds like.
I will play a little bit for you.
So there's different kinds of saxophones,
yes,
right?
Yes, there are.
And this is a tenor saxophone?
This is a tenor saxophone. Adolph Sax is the person that invented the saxophone many, many years ago, 1840s. And he envisioned two sets of saxophones. He envisioned a set of saxophones that are keyed for the band instruments. I'll talk about that a little bit. And he invented a set of saxophones that was keyed for the orchestra. And the orchestra instruments never really took off because nobody bought them, really. But the band instruments really took off because he had a connection with the French military. And so the saxophones really helped the military marching outside playing.
Because it's pretty loud.
Because it is a louder instrument, yes, than what was available at the time. Adolph Sax also invented other instruments, and he you know, that's how he made his life. He made instruments. And he made improvements on the valve instruments for the brass instruments, and actually the tuba that we have today is a direct descendant of one of his instruments. But he called all of his instruments after himself somehow. They were sax something.
Sax something.
Sax something. But this is a tenor saxophone. And, you know, it sounds like this. And then you take these notes and you could play a song. It's only appropriate that we play a French song when talking about the saxophone.
Exactly, because it was made by a French person.
That's right.
Do you have a favorite book?
Well, children's books go, you know, I like the Dr. Seuss series. There's just a million on them. The other thing that I would highly recommend, you can YouTube this, get your parents to do this, and that's the Sesame Street has a section in there about making saxophones. And they show you how they take a piece of tin and make a saxophone out of it. And that's just really kind of cool to see.
That's cool. I always like that on Sesame Street when they show you how they make stuff.
Yep.
Very cool. Well, thank you so much, Bill.
Well, thank you.
We really appreciate you coming and talking to us today, and I'll see you later.
All right, I'll be here.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.